Hey guys, it's me Elisabeth. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna be doing something a little different. I'm gonna attempt something here. We'll see how this goes. I'm not very good at this. Okay, so I'm gonna do one of those. Okay, I'm not gonna do one of those. I'm gonna do a 24-hour reading challenge situation, but here's the caveat. It's not gonna be your normal me staying up for 24 hours, reading for 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be the thing where you set your timer for 24 hours and you just read as much as you can within the 24 hours and just see how much you can read within 24 hours. But with all of your other normal stuff going on and with sleep involved. I'm not sleeping. That's not an option for me. I've tried so many times to do the 24-hour reading without sleeping, and it never works. I'm going to set the timer for 24 hours, and we're going to see how much reading I can get done within those 24 hours. Whether that means I'm not going to be reading every single minute of those hours. I'm going to be sleeping. I'm going to be sleeping. I am going to be sleeping. I'm also going to be eating, doing chores, other things that I need to get done, things like that. But the caveat to some of that is that I can listen to audiobooks while doing some stuff. I have plans tomorrow to listen to my audiobook and work on my reading journal, hopefully. Cross fingers, hopefully we do that. If I don't do my reading journal, I will at least do some sewing because I need to work on a project that I need to attempt to get done before Easter, which is in like a week or 2 weeks, so we'll see. But let's get into the meat. Let's get into the books that I'm going to be reading. First, my physical book that I'm currently reading is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I don't normally read books like this. I don't read the books that everyone else is talking about, that everyone else is obsessed with in YA genres or any kind of genre that basically isn't like high fantasy. If it's a popular book, I probably haven't read it. I've heard about it, of course. I hear about all kinds of different random crap, but I don't read this type of stuff normally. But I did start reading this one. I got this last year sometime because I was like, this one actually kind of sounds intriguing, and I decided I was gonna read it this month. It's on my TBR or whatever, and I'm this far. I'm chapter 32, and I gotta tell you, I did not know that this was gonna be this good. I'm really enjoying this so far. I obviously not super far, so I can't give like I can't say whether I think it'll be this or this many stars. Like, I think right now it's really good, and if it continues in this direction, then I think I'll love it. But it could fall off the amazing train and be bad later. I have no idea. But right now, I'm really enjoying it, and I really just want to keep reading. One of the things that really keeps me engrossed in the story is that these chapters are so short. Okay, first off, the writing is super easy to read. It's super easy, it's fun, it's enjoyable. The story is really interesting. It's like, oh my gosh, I want to know what happens next. Why is this happening to our character? What? And then the chapters are the shortest thing on the planet. I don't know if you saw that, but this previous chapter is literally 4 pages long. And that's just like half the chapters are like 4 pages long. The other half are like 3, like 4 to, like the most pages a chapter has ever been is maybe like 6 pages or something. Like, it's insane. Audiobook. I'm listening to Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. And I gotta say, like, I don't know how he does it. This guy is a masterful genius. But I am like 61% through it, and I'm absolutely obsessed. I just started listening to this yesterday, and I listened to 61%, and I'm absolutely obsessed. Like, nothing is happening. Like, in the story, like, it's very, so, stuff has started happening, and I know there's going to be quite a few things happening in this latter half that I'm about to get into now. But previously, like, for 50% of the book, it's kind of plotless. There's not a ton of things going on to say. I don't know why, but I absolutely loved every single minute of it. Even though it was slow, even though there was not a lot in the plot happening, I loved it. And I don't know why. But I loved it. So. Okay guys, so I have been reading for an hour and I've now made it to chapter 42, page 172, but I need to stop because I'm literally starting to fall asleep sitting here in my chair. I was originally thinking that I would go up to my bed and read a bit more in my bed, but now I'm not going to do that because I'm literally falling asleep. So what I'm going to do now is go to bed because clearly I can't stay awake anymore. And it's like 12:15 or something like that. So it's past midnight. I've been reading for like an hour, quite literally an hour. So I'm ready to go to sleep now, though usually I can stay up pretty late. I'm usually watching something though when I do that, so it's different when I'm trying to read a book. So I'm sorry. I didn't get up very early. I wanted to get up earlier than this. I set my alarm last night for like a bunch of different times, staggering times, so that I could try to get up a little early this morning. So it went off. I turned it off and went back to sleep every time. And then I just didn't get up. Now it's 9 o'clock, so yeah, I just got up at 9 o'clock. I have like 14 hours left in my time. I did sleep for a long time, I guess, but I did want to get up earlier, but that didn't really work. It's fine. But I actually read like a couple more pages last night before I went to sleep in my book because I wanted to try and finish this chapter and then that didn't work out. I was like literally falling asleep. So it's really dumb too because I literally have like 3 more pages left and I was like, I'm just gonna finish this chapter. But then I was falling asleep and I was like, yeah, that's not happening. So I'm gonna do some more reading. I haven't read anything yet. I just finished reading my Bible because I have to read my Bible daily. And like I said, I just woke up, so I look like a mess. Excuse that. But the plan is, I guess I need to go eat something because I should go eat something. But I'm going to go grab something to eat and then I'm going to read my book. My hair just looks like an absolute trash heap. It's fine. I'm gonna go get something to eat, I think. It depends. Sometimes I eat, sometimes I don't. But I think I'm gonna go get something to eat. And then I'm going to read my book while I eat. Alright guys, so I am back. I've done a lot of reading actually. I've been reading both of my things. But I also have a little bit of a book unboxing for you. If you don't know, I'm on a book buying ban this year, but the exception to that is that I am part of the Broken Binding subscription, and so I will be getting a book from them every month. And I've gotten 2 books so far, and it's part of a trilogy, and this is the 3rd book in the trilogy, or it should be. This is what the package looks like. Ooh, yeah. Oh, there's 2 bookmarks. I think. Oh, there's 3. There's 3 bookmarks. What? I think they sent me a bookmark for each of the books. I think the 2nd book didn't have a bookmark with it, so the February book didn't have a bookmark. But I'm pretty sure the January book did have a bookmark, so I think I might have 2 of these. Or maybe. Yeah, I think maybe. But these are so cool. Each of them go with the book. And on the back, they have like a quote. I love the Broken Binding bookmarks. I don't know if you could tell I'm using one of my current book right now. But these are pretty awesome. But now for the actual book, which is wrapped, of course, very nicely in this ribbon. I'm really excited because these things are legitimately insane. Ooh, look at this this cover. Wow, nice. And that's where the scepter, the staff, that's the thing that's on the bookmark. That makes sense now. This is Slaughtered Gods, Part 3 of the Hanged God trilogy. Like, you don't understand we've got the last part of our tree. The other two books have the other part of the tree, and I'm so excited to see what they look like together. But this is book 3, and then the insane part is the part where we take off the cover. The back says, when Odin advances to battle, the skies darken and demons cackle. That night all shall end. Gods, giants, even you, my friend. Very interesting. But here's a full look at the cover. And here's first inside page. Holy crap. What? Giant wolf and a bunch of Vikings. That's really cool. That's cool. And then we have the last one. Oh, wow. Another wolf and a polar bear in the ruins of a battle. The end of a battle, whatever you want to call that. That's insane. And then the piece de resistance. If I can do this properly. I'm shook. Every time I see these covers, I'm shook. This one's got a burning ship, a burning Viking ship, and another one that's sinking. This is basically like the aftermath of a battle on water, obviously. This is insane, just like the other ones. I am obsessed. This is a thick boy. Like, this one might be thicker than the other two. I mean, they're kind of big books, but this one is like really thick, which is weird. Now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't. That's weird. Interesting. So this is 533 pages. For some reason, it feels like it's thicker. So we finally have the last piece of the puzzle, and the tree is complete. Would you look at that? Is insane. When you put them all next to each other like that, that looks absolutely insane and absolutely amazing. Like, I can't even right now. Like, before, I just had this one, and then I just had both of these, and it looked cool, but it didn't, like, it wasn't complete, so it didn't look like I didn't really think twice about it. But now that it's complete, it looks insane. I'm shook right now. So as for my little reading update, we're now 11 hours and 52 minutes left. We've made it through a bit. This morning, it's like 11 something in the morning, but when I was getting breakfast and all of that, I was listening to Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, and I was trying to listen to it while eating breakfast, but I was having some issues with that, so then I decided to pick up Inheritance Games. And now I'm like this far, so I'm on chapter 57. Things are happening to our main character right now, and we gotta figure out why, who did it, what's going on, and that type of thing. I don't want to say because I don't want to spoil, but this is just such a fun time. And Yumi the Nightmare Painter is also absolutely amazing. What? 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 Didn't expect that coming. Basically, I have about 8 hours left, so I'm gonna try to finish, maybe try to listen to some of my audiobook. But first, I gotta talk about the Inheritance Games. I finished this book. I'm shocked. I need the second book now. Like, now. I need the second and third book and the other fourth book because, like, what? This was amazing. This was so much fun. I loved this. This was so much fun. I can't even right now. I will give you a proper rating later, towards the end of this video, because I need to have some thoughts on this, but I loved this so much. I need the second book now. Like, I'm kind of, like, furious because, like, I bought this book last year, but I only bought this one. I never bought the other two, so now I don't have the other two books. And I really really, really want to read the second one, but I also really want to read them physically because I enjoyed the heck out of reading this physically. I don't want to like get an audiobook for it and listen to it. I want to read these physically. So that means I'm going to have to wait a whole year basically until I can read the second one. And I am dying to read the second one now. So like, what do I do with that? Basically, we're going to my sister's tonight for dinner, so I don't know how long we're going to be there. I don't know when we're leaving, but I know we're going for dinner, and that's all I know. So that is going to take up more of my 24 hours, which I kind of forgot about when I decided to do this last night. So there's that. I did, like, this was a thing that was planned, but I forgot about it last night, so that is going to have to just be taken in. Hello, everyone. This challenge has gone very successfully. I'm very shocked that I've been following through. Obviously, I haven't read all day. I haven't read every single second. Like, that wasn't the point of the challenge because I have other stuff to do. So we just got back from my sister's house. We left at like 5:30 and just got back, and it's like 9 o'clock-ish. And I have roughly 2 hours left, 1 hour and 59 minutes, so 2 hours. I have 2 hours left of this challenge. And guess what? Before we left, I finished Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. First off, another book crossed off the Sanderson checklist. So excited about that because I want to read everything he's written. Second off, just another book that I've read. And third off, this book was amazing. I will say, if you're looking for something that's very Sanderson-esque and has lots of plot and fighting and just anything, it's not a very plot-driven book. It's a very character-driven book. There's not very much plot for, like, a majority of the book. You get some stuff at the end, but there's really not a lot of plot to this book. So I will say, if you're looking for a plot-driven book, just go into this knowing there's not going to be a lot of plot. But I loved the heck out of this book, and I gave it 5 stars. 5 stars. No questions asked. 5 stars. We have 2 hours left, so I still gotta read. Gotta read for the rest of this 2 hours. I have a bunch of different options. I have books for this month to read, and I have some books. I don't know. I'm trying to read more of this one, Goblet of Fire, because I started this in October. I started to reread last year of all the Harry Potter books, annotating them, and this one still needs to be finished. I haven't picked it up because I guess you could say I've taken a break. But I kind of want to continue reading this, because last night I was looking at this because part of the page was hanging out, and I saw the chapter title, Padfoot Returns, and I was like, okay, but now I want to read Harry Potter. So I could read this as well. Hello, everyone. It's officially 11:20, and my timer just went off. I've officially been doing this for 24 hours, and I've made lots of progress. I'm very happy and excited with my progress. Obviously, I wasn't reading every single second of this challenge, otherwise I would have read a lot more, but because I have other stuff to do and I can't just, like, stay up all night, I can't read for 24 hours continuously at one continuous section. I could maybe break it up where I pause the timer every time I'm not reading. I could attempt that sometime. But as far as just seeing how much I can read in one 24-hour time slot, whatever you want to call that, I think I did good. I finished 2 books that I've started. One I was already like a little more than halfway through. One I wasn't that super far into. And I've continued to read another book that I was in the middle of. I've made some progress in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I'm now on chapter 31. We're now on to the 3rd task. So task number 3 is up. And I'm pretty happy with my progress. I've just been reading and annotating. I don't think I read a super terribly ton of this. Yeah, I've read about this much, so that's like a decent chunk. But it's been like 2 hours as well. I've also been annotating and just kind of reading it slowly, I guess. I don't really know why I'm reading it slowly, but I am. But yeah, I've been enjoying this challenge, actually. I'm really surprised that I like kept up with it and kept reading throughout the day when I wasn't busy doing other stuff. And I did a tiny bit of my reading journal. I finished one page, or I didn't finish it, but I finished what I can finish up this page. I filled in a little bit of the stuff on this page. So I don't think I showed you these pages yet, but these are my 2 latest pages that I did last week or the week before or something like that. There might be some other pages done back here. I did finish up the February spreads as best as I could, and I still have to put in the book covers and stuff, and I made just an extra page for my favorite. I don't know why I did that, but then for March, this is what I did for the cover page. It's supposed to be like signs going to places. I just wrote Hogwarts and Middle Earth, and then in the middle I put March to indicate this is March. We got some little plants down there. And then I did the similar thing like I've been doing for the rest of the month with this. So we got the TBR. I'm going to put the most read genre, I guess, my favorite book. These are the days I've read, books I've read, and then any DNFs. And I used some stickers. I found some stickers in my attic that were series and unfortunate event stickers. And I was like, I'm going to use these in my book journal because why not? And this is a new page that I started working on last week, but never finished, but I continued working on it, and I think it actually turned out pretty nice. It's a door, obviously, the really cool old door with the stone wall, and then if you open it up, there's nothing on the inside, but what I'm going to put on the inside, this is actually going to be the books I've read, like I'm going to put the book covers of the books I've read in here. Hopefully that works out. I might even use this side to add some books in, depending on how many books I've read this by the end of this month, because so far I'm kind of already at 5. So hopefully we can do, but I think it actually turned out decently. I wasn't expecting this to look very nice, but looking at it from a distance now, I'm like, that actually doesn't look too terrible. I still have maybe a couple more spreads for March or something to work on, but that is the main gist of it. That's the only page I worked on, really. So I got 2 5-star reads out of this, so yay. I love it. Getting 5-star reads is great. I also, though I feel like I may be a little generous with my 5-star reads. It seems like I'm always giving my books 5 stars, but it's also because I know my tastes and I know what to rate my books, so I'm always giving them 5 stars because I know what I like and I know what I like to read. So I only read books that are good, and I DNF the books that I know I'm not going to like or that I think aren't going to be very good. So for me, it's kind of easy to get like a 4 and 5-star book because I know what I'm going for. There's a few books where I'm like, I want to try to get through this even though I'm not liking it, like Marriage of Dragons. But for the most part, if I'm not liking a book, I'll DNF it. But for the most part, I know what my tastes are. So most of the things I read, I'm just like, I love this because I know what I want to read and I know my tastes very well. And so I don't read books that aren't good, or I try not to as much as possible. Try to read books that are worth my time and not waste my time with books. I guess my opinion is that why waste your time with a book you know is going to be 3 stars and not that great, that you're never ever going to read again? Why would you waste your time with a book like that when you could waste your time with a book that's going to be 4 or 5 stars? It's going to be the best book you've ever read, and that you're going to read over and over again throughout your life. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, that's just my thoughts. Sometimes there are instances where you want to read bad book for some reason, or you don't have a choice, but when you have a choice, it's like, just DNF the book, or just read books you know is going to be amazing. Like, I don't know. Anyways, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have your own fun reading adventures.